And here we are again. So, last time we saw the Resistance's secret stash. We met little baby Galulja, who everybody and their mom assumes is Zaralja's son, due to his unique species color combination. Also, I feel like we haven't seen a single other Mamulja in this area. I don't know if that's like a textual thing or just like an oversight. And yeah, he heard us. He overheard us talking about Wuklamat being his aunt, and also being here to murder his dad. And then he ran off, and we should probably go and find him to make sure he doesn't get hurt. Now, does he care that we're here to kill his dad? Who can say? Well, here we are outside. Where do we even begin? Perhaps someone has caught sight of Galulja. Let's make inquiries nearby. Good idea. Did you handle the outskirts, Alice? In the meantime, Pharaoh and I will head beyond that big wall. Yeah, past the wall. Huh. Well, that looks like a fate boss. Galulja doesn't appear to be in the area. However, you catch sight of a group of people a short distance to the southwest. You spotted those people too, yes? Perhaps they've seen something. Come on. Yeah, hey, what is this giant wall supposed to be anyway? Would love an answer on that. Ah, my paranoia has borne fruit. No. Why are there so many little turret guys? Southeast. Looks like some sort of salvage yard. Well, let's ask after Galulja. Galulja isn't here. You know the boy? Have you seen him? Are you okay, madame? Oh, forgive me. I didn't know you were... No offense taken. My name is Tapu. My eyes may be useless, but my ears are sharper for it. I can recognize people by their footfalls, including Galulja. So he didn't come this way. Where in the world could he be? I do not know your voices. Who are you to Galulja, and why do you search for him? I'm family. Though we're not related by blood. His father is my brother. I've only just met Galulja, and we haven't had the chance to talk properly. But I'm certain I'm about to do something that will make him hate me, and I wanted the chance to explain. His father is your brother? Then that means you're... Yes. I'm Wuklamat, Vow of Resolve of Tulihural. And I've journeyed here to bring my brother Zoralja to account for murdering our people and our father. When all is said and done, Galulja may want nothing to do with me. Nonetheless, I'll always consider him family. I'll always be there for him, and I want him to know that. It tears you apart to do what you must. The quiver in your voice tells the tale. Galulja was headed south. There, he has a place that is as close to a home as he knows. Find and bear your heart to him. Should he in turn bear his heart to you, accept and respect his wishes, as Queen Sphene respected ours when she granted us a place in her realm. I will, don't worry. But, what do you mean when you say Sphene respected your wishes? Out of concern for our well-being, Her Majesty had urged us to reside inside Everkeep. When we declined, not only did she gracefully accept our decision, she granted us the necessary supplies to make our homes here. And since then, she has paid us regular visits to see how we fare. That sounds like Sphene, alright. Well, thanks for telling me about Galulja. I'll find him, and then we'll have a good talk. We continue south, it seems. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we make our way. Southeast, huh? Straight east. Well, that's a sick design. Definitely want a mount of that one. Southeast. Up on that ledge? Oh, it's up on that ledge. Don't mind me. What did I just say? There are far too many of these things for them not to give a grindable resource that is going to be used in fucking everything. I can already tell. I just want one drop. I want one drop. I want to see what it is. I'll kill, I don't know, 5 of them. Maybe I'll just do these 4. I just want to draw. No? No drops? Okay. These 2 and then I'm done. If only because I have this fucking thing charged up. Come on. Gonfletherium skin. Okay, was that so hard? That's probably in there. Electroscope. Electro. Like. Oh, right. I need to go back to the previous thing. Oopsie. I really love the combat music. It's so good. It's a town. And half of it's submerged. The architecture looks nothing like what we've seen so far. It's more Charlene. Ah, there he is, among the ruins. I only caught a glimpse, but there's no mistaking that tiny silhouette. Let's hurry after him. It'd be a disaster if a building collapsed while he's inside. Still need to talk to her. I only saw him for a moment before he disappeared behind a building, but I'm pretty sure Galul Jaja was headed further south. I'll contact Alice on Link Pearl and let her know to join us. Oh my god, he just immediately opens fire, Jesus. It is on site with that guy, fuck. This is the area, but the canals and the debris make it hard to get a good view. Let's split up and search. You could head into the canals, I'll make my way through the streets. When we find Galul Jah, let's watch from a distance until he gets to his destination. We want to startle him and cause an accident. You've located the child. Follow him without being noticed. Oh dear, he says. Oh, this one's actually going to be slightly trickier. I feel like he's going to double back and go up the stairs, maybe? No. Don't like that there's, like, nothing to hide behind. Follow the baby.
He's come a long way on such short legs. It's a relief he didn't get hurt.
I feel like he's been doing this for a while, and you should treat him like someone who's used to doing that.
What's here, I wonder?
Is it his mom? Oh.
So he's looking after those little ones. Gulolja.
Not another step!
Yo?
What? A sentry? Run, Gulolja, run!
You know the boy. Who are you? And what do you want?
Oh my god. I love this guy.
My name is Wuklamat, and I've come to talk to Gulolja.
Is that so?
I'm sorry if I scared you. I want to get to know you better. That's all.
And you, my boy, do you wish to speak with them?
I heard them talking. She said she's going to kill my father.
Villains! I will deal with them forthwith.
But... I want to get to know her too.
I see. If that is your desire, then I shall stand aside.
All right then. Let's talk, you and I. Lots.
Hey.
But, who's the ancient-looking and articulate machine?
If I look ancient, it is because I am. This has been my vessel for no less than 380 years.
Damn.
vessel?
Otis is my friend. When I was hungry and sad, he came and looked after me. He cooks for me and teaches me all kinds of things.
Oh my god. Have I found my favorite character of the expansion already?
Right, and not be noticed by dangerous creatures.
This machine cooks for you.
And teaches you about fiends. What is he exactly?
He's a friend. Look at him.
How remiss of me. I had neglected to introduce myself. Sir Otis Valona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of
I can't believe he's our Steiner. Hell yeah. Yeah, he is a friend.
You're captain of the knights?
You've been functioning for nearly 400 years. You seem different from other machines. What's your story? Yeah, that's the important part. Give us the deets, Steiner.
And there I thought it was Gululja with whom you wish to speak. Not that I'm averse to taking a walk down memory lane.
I mean, you can chat with me, and he can chat with Wuklamot, and everybody's happy.
But ere I regale you, we must take a repast.
A meal. Here. I hate to turn down food, but I'd prefer to have this conversation in the back room.
Please, I'm really hungry.
All right, all right. A repast it is.
She's going to spoil her nephew silly.
Literally the thing that I was
I'll
about to
send word
say.
Erenville so the others can stop worrying.
Now, if I might prevail upon your assistance, I shall whip up my most delectable specialty.
Gululja has definitely entered the if anything happens to me, I will kill everyone and then myself territory. Like, instantly. No question. Otis cooks the best food. If Otis has been around for as long as he claims, perhaps he knows things that not even Oblivion is aware of. Tell me, middleman. So, my new friends, I would enlist your aid in procuring the ingredients for our repast. After all, the most enjoyable meals are those we make together. We're happy to pitch in, of course. What ingredients did you have in mind? First of all, some yam and pumpkin. The people on the outskirts should be willing to share their harvest if you and Gululja could go and speak to them. Sure, I'll ask for the cast-offs too, as usual. As for Furor and Alice, I would be obliged if you could procure some woolback meat. The creatures can be found grazing on the slopes outside of town. As beef is less readily available, their flesh makes for good substitute. That of the younger ones especially, as it is more tender and less gamey. Consider it done. We'll be back with the meat before you know it. Thank you kindly. In the meantime, I shall see to other preparations. Forget having an apartment in Solution 9. Can I have, like, one of these shacks? Can I have, Otis as a roommate? We just hang out and cook? Just gonna go open up the map over here. Oh, also. The thing that I was looking for. South. You know what? I'd be down. New housing system, all houses are in heritage found. You can't customize them. Otis will cook for you? Yeah. Okay, but what if you can customize them? Just a little bit. You will lose the customization if they get destroyed by lightning. Southwest. Okay, so it's on the other side of this. I'm guessing this is a woolback. Yeah. I'll be back for you. I need to unlock this bit of map. Also, find the hiding air current. Oh, air current! Huh. Wom, 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 wom. $557. Yeah, my main challenge with the culture of Solution 9, other than it being like a creepy capitalist hellscape, is what the fuck happens to a soul when it gets, like, when a soul gets used up for reasons, right? Like, regardless of how it gets used. Like, souls that get scrubbed, removed of memories, and then are used as, like, effectively a battery pack. Either for a power-up or as an emergency reset button. What happens when that soul is consumed? Does that soul go back to the etheric sea? If it doesn't, then you're looking at like some real, well, you know, you're looking at the situation for Final Fantasy 9. Hell, you're looking at the situation that Meteon was trying to endanger, or was trying to bring about, effectively, if the soul doesn't get reborn, right? Which means it's entirely unsustainable. And then even if it is sustainable, there are still, like, you know, massive ethical qualms, but that's like seems to be the point of what we're going to be seeing over the next thing. So don't really need to don't really feel the need to elaborate or pontificate on that front too much. Souls that go to the etheric sea are wiped of all memories. Like, if something happened to their memories, they will get their memories as they are blasted with all the ether of the etheric sea. So they will regain all memories they had in life. However, part of the reincarnation cycle within the game is that they will essentially get fully reset of all their memories and then be reborn as a, like, new soul. The soul gets reused for a new person, which itself doesn't have any of the memories of the previous lives. Although those memories are attainable. Although I think they might only be attainable for, like, Ascian situations. Is that crystal in the same town that I went to? Or is that... No, that's a new thing. Probably come here later, but I might as well come pick it up. Why is there an aetheryte over here? What is this? Electrope Strike. You know what? Sure. I won't ask too many questions. We'll go into it. There's an aetheryte, so I'm sure I'm gonna come here. Meanwhile, where's that thing? Southeast again. Probably on that ledge. Yeah, it's definitely on that ledge. Doo-doo-doo. Aha. Yeah, man. Huzzah! Yeah, it's got some real cool energy to it. I love that that guy fucking shoots you before you even know he's around. Otis! I brought the bacon home. What's this? Am I to understand you've already procured the meat? Good heavens, you have! And such a choice cut it is besides. It's plain you know how to handle yourselves in battle. Were it 400 years ago, I would have recruited you to the Royal Knights. He's pleased with your meat. Once Alcé brings her portion, we shall have a glorious bounty to satisfy growing younglings, like yourselves. Indeed, I expect there will be ample leftovers to share with the good folk of the Drift Towns. They always appreciate a warm meal. Now, seeing as you've completed your task so quickly, I have another request to make of you. We've exhausted our supplies of kindling electrope, and I would be grateful if you could search the houses yonder for more. In the Old Kingdom, electrope rations were issued to each citizen. While small, fragments may still be found here and there. You can obtain 5 pieces, say. At least one ought to be what we require. That is, the kind that converts lightning to fire. Galusha can identify them by the circuitry, so pray take them to him. The boy has become quite deft at discerning electrope types, and in a very short time, I might add. Now, off you go, and happy foraging. Whoa. Almost made it. One of these is a lighter. Yeah, like what Clement mentioned that it was very Charlatan. Which I can see. Follow me into the canals, you piece of shit. I feel like you could have a pretty cool, you could make a pretty cool dungeon that's running through these canals. I suppose they could be. But I think they might also just be Alexandria. Otis says you have electrope for me? Here you go, child. Wow, you found a lot. Let's see, this one creates wind, this one's for water. You can tell just like that? I'm impressed. Clever, isn't he? I'll bet he gets it from his father. Ah, this is it. This converts to fire. It's absorbed lots of lightning, so we should be able to kindle a flame easily. Thank you for ore. Imagine a lighter that, in order to work, has to be struck by lightning. Thanks to your kind assistance, we have everything we need for our repast. You've done your part, and now I shall do mine. I bid you relax, my friends. The meal will soon be served. Oh. This is the kind of things families do, Giluja. We have meals together and talk about what's on our minds. So you ate with your father? Yes, with them and my brothers. It was mostly the head of Resolve and I doing the talking, though. Ona, the head of Reason, occasionally joined in, and Zeralja spoke when he was spoken to. You said that you have two papas. Does that mean one is yours and the other is my father's? No, both are our father. He's what people call blessed siblings, a Mamulja with two heads. Zeralja is his true-born child, while Kona and I were adopted and don't share the same blood. But that doesn't make us any less a family. What matters is that our hearts are connected. The head of Resolve taught me that. Family. Do you have someone like that too? A person you think is family even though you don't share the same blood? That's a good question. What about you? God, she's so small. She's the size of my ankle. Not my ankle, my shin. I'm something of a lone wolf. I have adopted Alice A and Alfino as my children, but I don't tell them that. You must be strong. I don't think I could be alone like that for long. So, Galulja, I'm hoping that we could be family, you and I. Oh no, Fortuno gets to know. I tell him. Won't you tell me about yourself? You really want to know about me? I do. I want to know all about you. The things you love, the things you hate, anything and everything. I want to know all about you too. Aww. That reminds me, we were hoping to hear your story too, Otis. As you wish. Be forewarned that mine is a tale that will be long in recounting. It was before lightning had altered the world that I was appointed Lord Captain of the Royal Knights. Talking hundreds of years prior to the calamity, right? Indeed. Earlier still than when I assumed this mechanical form. 454 years ago, to be precise. Then, you used to be a normal... Alice. Oh yes, I was once flesh and blood, like you, and I proudly served as a knight of Alexandria. So, rather than a machine that behaves like a person, you are an actual person. How is this possible? 'Tis only natural that you are confused. Hear my tale to the end, and all shall become clear. The foremost duty of the royal knights was the protection of the royal family. My time, that was their majesties the king and queen, and their only child, her highness the princess. By then, every nation of our star was embroiled in some manner of conflict over Electrope. Thus was our kingdom drawn into war with its neighbor. That war was the catalyst for the great calamity that altered the environment. Countless countrymen lost their lives amidst the chaos, king and queen among them. For a blessing, we were able to protect the princess, who then rose to the occasion and brought hope to her people in those trying times. So kind-hearted was our young queen that, at her behest, we even took in refugees from the enemy nation. But sadly, her reign was cut short. Like many others, her body had been ravaged by lightning, and one day she collapsed and passed away. How tragic. Aye. Nary was there a citizen whose eyes remained dry, and many a moon was spent constructing a great tomb worthy of her memory. Yet I clung to hope still, for while Her Majesty was on her deathbed, the kingdom's finest scientists had successfully extracted her soul. Is that right? Is Fiend piloting an artificial body? Did we hear that right? Extracted her soul? Come on, Wooglemat, that's like the basis of half the technology we saw since we've been here. Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we may live on. This age-old belief has always comforted our people, but as casualties mounted in the wake of the calamity, we sought to make it into reality through the power of Electrope. In time, we succeeded in developing the means to preserve the soul, and it was used to spare the Queen eternal death. Yet it wasn't enough to simply prevent the soul's departure. The ultimate goal was to recreate a person as they were in life, and this required that their memories be further extracted from their soul. It took many more years of research to make this possible, by which time I had become a gray old man. With my days numbered, I did not hesitate to volunteer myself as a test subject for the procedure. So it was that I attained this vessel, and by my successful rebirth, I paved the way for those who are recreated from the memories of the departed. The Endless, they are called. If your tale is true, then the queen that your people brought back to life. Yeah, it's Fiend. It's Fiend, right? Oh, so you know Her Majesty as well. My description of her boundless kindness must have paled in comparison to what you no doubt felt in her presence. Alright, buddy. One moment. We've got someone to block. Whoops, my finger slipped. My description of her boundless kindness must have paled in comparison to what you no doubt felt in her presence. I haven't met her myself, I confess, not since assuming my current form. Wouldn't want to frighten the living daylights out of her. Just someone trying to purchase to sell followers or whatever. So if you haven't met the Queen since she was revived, does that mean it's entirely possible that they failed to revive the Queen and they instead revived someone else? Or used an existing scientist in place of the Queen and said she was the Queen? Aha! The Endless. So all this time, Sphene wasn't alive? She lives, yet she does not. It's admittedly a difficult distinction to make. Having inherited the memories of a departed soul, an endless feels, thinks, and acts precisely as that person would. In that sense, I believe they are alive. The Alexandrians know about this, right? It can't have gone unnoticed that Sphene is perpetually youthful. No one really knows about the Endless. People who wear regulators don't even think about death. Everyone sees that the Queen doesn't change, but they just accept it. To them, it's just who she is. Do people ever keep Endless too? No, because they die of old age, right? Are there Endless apart from yourselves? While there should be as many Endless as those who've died, I believe they are limited in where they can exist. Queen Sphene is unique in her ability to appear before you. Strictly speaking, I myself am not an Endless. They're created using memories extracted from a soul, but my entire soul was placed inside a machine. Being inside a machine makes you different. How? While I do not understand the finer points, my life is bound to this vessel. If it breaks down, then it would be over for me, much like a being of flesh and blood. Hardly an endless, unchanging life, I'm sure you'll agree. After you discover the gate, Graha is no longer in Charlene because he's already been called to head to Durrell. Oh, that's cool. That's a fun little detail. An endless, unchanging life. I can't help but be reminded of the Ia. Did Kafkiwa and the others know about all of this? Considering their extensive intelligence gathering, I'd be surprised if they didn't. Now let's share what we've learned with Kral and Raha. Can't help but have misgivings about this. My son, I've forgotten my son.
Nahe, is that you?
Not anymore, I'm willing to wager.
Good gods, Ellen Nespia! It's been too long, my friend.
Never mind.
Where have you been all these years? What have you been doing with yourself? Hold on. They say Queen Sphene has guests from outside the barrier. That's you, I gather?
It seems so. I'm looking for my mother. Do you know where she is?
Your mother? Sorry, but what was she like again?
What? It's Kafkiwa. You know, the one who was too adventurous by half? Who journeyed with the Dawn Servant?
It's not ringing any bells.
You can't be serious. Ours was a tiny little village. Surely you remember her.
I really don't. It's all a blank.
Is anyone else here from the village?
Hey!
Huh? Elenespia?
I'm looking for Kafkiwa. Where is she?
What's this all of a sudden? Who's Kafkiwa?
Bro.
This cannot be.
If she died of old age or sickness. Yeah. I have been theorizing that her mind is
Memories of the
fully in
departed.
the cloud, and she doesn't have like an actual
Taken away.
flesh and blood body.
No.
MSQ, where are you? The others will be here soon, so hurry back, won't you? Do you hear me? Say something, would you?
No. Although the mood became a tad subdued at the end, I thoroughly enjoyed our repast together. We did too, Otis. To hear about the Endless was something of a shock, but we likewise enjoyed your company. Above all, I'm glad that you and I could talk, Galuja. We're going to get along great, I just know it. You think so? I'm happy for you, my boy. Now then, I presume you will be returning to Everkeep? Permit me to accompany you at least part of the way. About Sphene, it doesn't matter to me if she's an Endless, whether she's alive like you and me or not. I've seen enough to know that she has a good heart. What worries me is the burden she bears. We still don't know what it is. I expect there are things she can't tell us, not with Zoral-Ja watching. But at the very least, I'd like to know what the Endless are to her. Sorry, I didn't mean to delay us. Just felt the urge to share my thoughts with you. Oh, on the way back, let's make a quick stop at the Drift Downs. I want to tell Tapu how it went. I feel like Tapu's like too distinctive a character, concept, and beat to not be reused either in side quests or in like maybe she'll be involved in some of the side content that'll come out. Because we've got what? We've got so the Archaon raid is so the raid series is the Gladiator thing, almost certainly, 100%. We've got the exploratory something, not quite Bozja, but maybe something like Bozja, that we don't know anything about, but might be some like Southern Eyes stuff since we are down here, and the Beastmaster hasn't been talked about at all. So if we visit the Southern Isles, it might be like both. Unlock Beastmaster and then unlock that zone. We've got space exploration, which who knows how the fuck that's gonna connect with anything. Ah, you've returned. Were you able to find Galuja? We were, thanks to you. All's well with the boy. I'm relieved to hear that, and to know that he has family who worries for him. Galuja too must be glad. I hope so. I'll try not to rush or force anything though. It's for him to decide what I am to him. Hi, what a pleasant surprise it is to meet you in these parts. Hello? Sphene, what are you doing here? Visiting my people. Are you doing the same perchance? Well, yeah, so the Arcadian is based around usage of V-Souls because earlier when we saw the guy who was asking for extra souls because he doesn't have any, he said the reason he can't make any cash is because Zoral-Ja shut down the Gladiator Arena. And Sphene said specifically the reason the arena was shut down is because these feral souls are not to be used for entertainment purposes, they're instead to be used for the army. I suppose we are, yes. Listen, there's something we'd like to talk about. We have a word in private. Well, no, we're the ones who should move away. She's blind. Okay, yeah, okay. I was like, are they gonna ask her to fuck off? What the hell? So you know about the Endless. While we may not discuss it openly, my people will have surely noticed that I haven't changed for hundreds of years. I've made no attempt to conceal my nature. If I may ask, though, who was it that told you about the Endless? Only a few should be familiar with the concept. I'm afraid I can't say. I bear no ill will towards this mystery individual, lest that be your concern. I'm merely curious. Tell me, Sphene, you care for your people, that much is plain. And I assume you care for the Endless too. Earlier in Everkeep, there was something that you wanted to tell us. Was it to do with them? The Endless are as dear to me as my living citizens. They are as much my family. But they can only be sustained by meeting certain exacting requirements. Thus far, we've managed to do so, but if more people die, I fear we would be pushed beyond our limit. Their preservation demands vast amounts of energy. Energy? I don't understand the workings of it all, but is there something we can do to help? Then you'd be willing to become Alexandrian citizens? What? I have my nation, my people to protect. I can't just become Alexandrian. Indeed. I suppose you cannot. First, you tell us to make peace, then you tell us to go home. What exactly is it that you want? Same as you, of course. To protect my people. Tell us more about the energy the Endless need. Is there something that only Zoraljat can do? That's the thing. What is he offering you in the deal? Exactly. Because I bet I can do anything he can and better. But also, I have a million fucking scientists on my side. That I cannot say. I do not ask that you understand or like me, but I wish... I wish we had been born on the same side of it. Hey, what do you mean by that? Wait, Sphene! Damn it. Well, I think we've kept everyone waiting long enough. Let's continue on to Everkeep. Let's not tell Otis about our conversation with Sphene. Don't want to risk causing him pain. So we are at the 1 hour mark of recording, so I'm going to turn off the recording for YouTube. You've been watching it on YouTube. Hope you've had fun.